Ladies and gentlemen, thank you and welcome to the one and only Core Battle League's Champions Legacy Tournament Series for Apex. Man, oh man, guess what? We have a special show for you today because there's top teams stacked up today. It's kind of scary. And man, oh man, it's a qualifier to try to get into the majors that happen in August. And I am so excited about it. I can't even begin to tell you how excited I am. Hello, welcome. Thank you. I am your host, Mad Gamer. This is CourtBattleLeagues.com, bringing you nothing but the best from Apex. It's insane the amount of skills that we've seen from a lot of these teams, these pro teams coming in and playing, these aspiring pro teams, people getting signed off of us, and so much more. I'm always humble to just address that and say thank you so much to the community, a healthy, positive community. We've been insane, and I basically manage all of the issues that we have in the community, and we've been spot on, incredible. So I just want to give a thank you to you guys making our place that great. And at the same time, we got amazing players sitting here battling it out without having to be toxic. To me, that's one of the most important parts. Talk a little bit, you know, give a little bit of a fight back, but still be respectful. And that's what we love here. And I'm so grateful to be able to present these events to you guys. Today's gonna be a little bit of a twist, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But what I want to explain is this is a qualifier. We have more events next week and the other week before the official majors kick off. You have multiple events that you can sign up right now to, and I'm going to go ahead and showcase our calendar for the official tournament series. As you can see, this is for the majors and the championships happening all of August. I'm giving up every weekend in August basically for you guys to be able to compete and possibly win it all in our events. But before all that, today, all next week, and all the following week, we will have the qualifiers for everybody to join and enter and be a part of. This is a community-based project, and we want everyone to feel welcome. I don't care what platform you on. I don't care what level of ranked you are. Don't talk about that. Let's talk about setting up a team, having some fun in these events, putting in the work necessary, and getting the job done. That's where we at, and that's what we do. And man, we've seen champions of the ALGS enter our tournament but not win, and other players who were amateurs beat them out. Incredible stuff, and I don't say that to boast, but the pride I have in these players coming together, building their confidence and growing and really showcasing who they are and what they can do right before our eyes is amazing. And I am humbled to be able to bring that to you guys. So be sure to get yourself something to drink, some popcorn or some snacks. Sit down. This is going to be about 3 hours long, or maybe a little more, but basically these 3 hours, you're going to get the best of the best Apex players that we've had, new players also jumping on board and getting involved in this setup. I'm going to go ahead and showcase the format. What are we doing today? Basically, 20 teams will be playing in the Battle Royale arenas, trying to score to 50 with placement points and eliminations. Placement points, as you see right above, 12 points for first place, 9 for second, and so on and so on. Eliminations have a multiplier. First round is 1 point, second round is 2 points, third round is 3 points, etc., etc. All of these teams, when they get to 50, they are eligible to win it all. That is matched points threshold, but they have to be first place after reaching that threshold. It's easier said than done, guys. I promise you, regardless of how good you are, playing against 19 other teams that are trying to eliminate you in one map, it is very difficult. And we're going to see who has the skill, the will and the ability to take it to the next level. It is going to be incredible. So let's go ahead and watch this. These are the teams that you're going to see, and we're going to talk about it in detail very shortly here. Again, you are welcome to join these events and be a part of what we have shortly. And before we go any further, we're about to get this rolling and get you guys a live look into the games. And at the same time, it is my honor, my privilege to have a legendary commentator who's coming up in the Apex scene now with hot fire flames as a caster. He will be casting most of the night tonight. I will be in the background, something you guys never seen before. And I'm super excited about this person coming on board, Mr. Why Not himself. What's good, brother?
Yo, what's up, guys? This is Why Not Be Reckless, aka Why Not Be Casting, and I'm kind of a freaking big deal. If you don't know, now you know.
Yes, you do. And man, thank you for coming. It's going to be a great night. We're going to run through these teams, and I want to kind of just talk about a couple of guys as we go forward so that everyone can be informed what we got going on. First and foremost, we got R99 South looking really good as a team that's been top tier throughout these tournaments, 2 months long, and they have been one of the top teams in this event. They have not won it all yet, but they've always been on top of their game, so really interesting to see them. Aces, who we saw yesterday, performing extremely well and consistently putting out damage in their matches, so we're going to see what they have going forward. SOP, one of those teams that every time they sign up, you going to get a special treat from them, and I love what they have going on overall. Just incredible stuff from those guys all the time. And of course, Breed is a sleeper team, a team we don't talk about as much because they're usually in the top 5, but they're not getting that #1 place. So it's one of those teams that, you know, you might be rooting for as an underdog, hoping that they can make it. We shall see. And of course, the one and the only, the legendaries, Minty Maniacs, some of the most incredible plays and amazing just battles in general were from this team. Very memorable team in all of our tournaments that they've competed in. It's been incredible. Phoenix. And now, last but not least, Phoenix right here, they have one player who's performed extremely well, basically carrying his team. So we're going to see what they can do today. It'll be interesting from them. Rampage, who we saw yesterday, pretty much saved the lobby from elimination. Back when a team was able to qualify, they were the ones to shut them down and give the lobby a chance. That was great stuff by them last night, and we'll hopefully see some more from them. And of course, the scary team to watch closely, we've had FNG as champions already, and today they created a sister team of new players trying to get in and get involved in these events, and we will see what they have. As we know, FNG's original team was incredible, and this sister team, a brand new view for us to see what they have. Can they do it? Can they get it done? We will find out. Speaking of finding out, oh no, look at this. As I try to introduce Piggies, they're in the middle of a fight. This might be the first official team wipe on one of these two teams. Team Piggy has competed once before and performed decently, so we will see what they have coming up shortly, and we'll end up checking out who they're fighting. And again, Suki, a team I personally love, and I fell in love with the way they play. They're super aggressive. They really know how to control the map by rotating properly and just taking the fight to every team they see. And it's something that we will definitely see from them coming up shortly. Of course, the Bros. Everybody loves the Bros. A team who's been in our tournaments on and off. They haven't performed as well, but they haven't given up. This is one of those Cinderella stories. If they can come back and put in some work and showcase that they have what it takes, this will be exciting to see as someone who's witnessed all of their games before. And we're moving along. CEO trying to get some action going. This team right here, certified, but we haven't seen them perform more than once or twice before, and they're looking to come back in here and make a name for themselves. We'll go from there. And of course, you guys know Raven Alpha, one of the top teams, but man, oh man, they are in deep trouble. They almost won it yesterday. It was their night, really hot on fire, but all of a sudden it looks like Team Delta from the Raven sisters are taking out Team Alpha, ladies and gentlemen. And what a way to introduce both squads. They are going at it right now. This is for the marbles. They want to win it all. And this is how you know they're not teaming up. And right there, as I say, Team Alpha, the originators, defeat Team Delta from the Raven clan. Two different teams from the same clan eliminating each other. And that's how you know it's real out here. We out to win and get it done. And Team Alpha got it done there, taking out their own clan that they created, trying to build their own organization and doing a good job here, showcasing that they got what it takes. Speaking of that, the Legends coming in hot, a brand new team. We're going to see what they have today. And that's pretty much it, folks. Besides the legendary MVPs of these servers when it comes to saving the matches, UMP always performing very well. Very excited to have them on board. And that right there, my friends, is the cycle. And now we're gonna switch it over and pass it over to the one and the only. Why not?
Thank you very much. I actually I can't see exactly what you're looking at the moment, but what I can see is that we're already down to 17 squads at the moment. I know you were on board with UMP at one point. They were already hanging out in the hill, deciding to go towards that island, which has high loot towards the center, and they're also able to loot up a bit before I guess venturing onto their journey here.
Yep. It said, now we're going into Suki right here. I got the stream up for you. Why not? And we're looking at Suki trying to take this team out, see what they can do. They're dropping it hot with my favorite weapon in the game, R99. You can rock with this thing. You can do a lot of damage and really put in the work necessary to light someone up easily. And look at this as we go. They're pushing, trying to get in. It looks like a Caustic is holding it down right now. One of the most difficult defensive builds in the game, and man, they're getting hit pretty hard. They're gonna back out.
That they are. We're seeing the ultimate bombardment ends up being dropped here. Two of these players currently rocking blue shields, one with purple, but it looks like our Bloodhound losing all of his shields, and then Akatsuki don't want to take this battle here. Looks like they're gonna hop in the car, get out of dodge, live to see another day and rotate, and finally Bloodhound gonna get some shields here. 16 squads remaining, and they're just going into Rift. Maybe gonna probably try to gatekeep this a little bit. They do have a Bloodhound, and they already have scouted out where the next hill was gonna be, and now it looks like they're just gonna decide to play the angles here and gatekeep this. This is a really good strategy coming out of the Akatsuki. Hemlock in the hands of Spaceman Spiff, only needing 156 damage in order to upgrade from blue to purple, and he does have a few players in his sight. Shots are starting to ring out, but they're not connecting just yet. However, both of these teams, looking at least this entire team, is looking to get a bit closer. They want to get closer to the action, get some damage in, upgrade those shields, and maybe even get a bit of a squad wipe. This may be really fortunate for Akatsuki because they're third party and doing it well. They all happen to shoot that player, that was a Gibby player, on top of the roof all at the same time, putting him down. It's a quick knock and an elimination. We are down already to 15 squads. I notice another team right in front of them, so I'm gonna get into another engagement. Armor swaps coming in quick. Two players currently have purple, but it looks like this is a controller player not able to move while looting, so it'll take some heavy damage. Luckily, it's our Gibby player who drops the great shield, the bubble shield that is, and is now staying alive. More shots coming in. Akatsuki really getting aggressive here. They have no problem rotating over towards these guys, getting a little bit closer. We have all three players currently upgraded to purple shields at the moment. And then, I'm not sure that team's trying to rotate out and get out of dodge, but the Akatsuki are right on their tails. Here comes the nades falling from the heavens where to find out they can connect the Gibby player, already dropping a bubble. And this actually might be a third-party scenario because I believe they're getting shot at by a whole entire other team. That's an Octane trying to get out. The jump pad is in, and Gibby just chasing him down, trying to get in the action. One down player that we can see. There might be two more that are alive, and he's going to go in for the finish, make sure he gets them off of the map as soon as possible.
That he does, and my oh my, we're looking at some really good action by Suki. I like calling him Suki. I just like nicknaming people. I just love to do it. We call him Suki. I call him that. And looking really good. We're gonna move around and check on other teams. As we know, it's a lot of action with 12 teams left. This is kind of a fast-paced round. It's only the second round, and half of the teams are already eliminated. But things start to slow down once you get into these later rounds. As we saw, Mystic trying to figure out something there. They took out one of the players, and looking really good for them. Gonna see some action very shortly with this rotation. See right now, Rampage going in for the fight right now. I'm liking this right now with R301 and the flatline. The flatline to me is better than the R301 because it does more damage and has a bigger clip, but it's harder to handle recoil wise. So what you end up seeing a lot of players using guns that are easier to handle. If you choose a Volt over an R9, it's because it's easier to handle, more reliable because of the stability on its recoil. Same thing with the R301 versus a flatline. Flatline better, but having to deal with that recoil can be some trouble. So let's see what's happening right now. Rampage doing really good, trying to get into this fight, and they're keeping their teammates alive and looking like the team legend is gathering their teammates banners, and they're gonna probably back out of this scenario with an Octane. It's a lot easier than you think to escape, but it doesn't look too good. He is surrounded right now, having to escape here. If he doesn't get that pad, which he's not going to have for another couple seconds, maybe a minute here, now that it's been nerfed. It's be interesting. He did make his way out, so lucky for him. And Rampage just hanging out, enjoying themselves, not too worried about Octane, doing a good job to looting up and getting things rolling for themselves. And speaking of rolling, look at the bros rolling in some shots at the R301, trying to clean up shop. Let's see who they're fighting. They're fighting Amateur Hour, and right now it's looking like there's three teams in this area. Team Alpha getting into a fight and getting hit pretty hard, looking like they're gonna be in the thick of it.
Raven Alpha already losing their Gibby player, who ends up not only getting put down but also eliminated from the map. The snipes are going to come in, and Bloodhound going down as well. So it looks like our Valkyrie player says, I don't want any part of this. Going to try to get out of dodge and maybe get towards one of those beacons so he can at least call in his Gibby player. And look at all of those players that are highlighted from this Valkyrie. I love that ability that she has. Only 10 squads remaining at the moment, 1 minute and 17 seconds before this hill's gonna close in, and we're moving on to round number 4.
Yes, round 4 is what I always say where the real action begins, because this is where the final teams are and everybody's finding their placement. Once you get into that ring on round 4, either you hold the ground in one spot to have the best position, but it's gonna cost you a lot of fighting and a lot of in and out surviving situations, third parties, or you can stick on the outside and hold angles and pretty much keeping yourself alive while not getting third party in that scenario. Speaking of keep yourself alive, he's ratting it out, but he's chasing down another rat. So rat versus rat, folks. This is interesting stuff here. Good job right now by Alpha, at least trying to put some pressure on this player, showing confidence. And it's not going to be easy when he has 9 other teams on his back, 25 players also in the mix.
A little bit of a Master Splinter battle going on with the rat versus rat, but it looks like Valkyrie ends up getting spotted by another team. He's trying to get out of dodge at the moment. Only 10 squads remaining, so half the squads that when we came into this lobby with. And Valkyrie might end up being forced to fight here. He's going to use these windows and get all the information that he needs. It's a fight or flight situation, but luckily that team electing not to chase him down, so he's going to be able to rat a little bit more and see another day.
Yes, he is, and we're going to rotate out of that situation and check out these legends who are down a player and trying to figure out how to rotate into the ring, deciding to move forward and get away from that fight that they were in. Hopefully, they can survive this and showcase some of their skills. A new team trying to make a name for themselves. Get on board. We'll see what could happen. Not looking too good. They are licking shots, burning it down right now. And E goes down. Octane not sitting well, and only one player left. And this Wraith could help save the day with her portal if she drops it, and she gets dropped off. Mystic down a player, but still putting it down, wiping a team. And speaking of wiping a team, it might get third party pushed right now. But we see a whole new squad right next door. Rampage, who's always performing very well in the tournaments that they've been in. We'll see what they can do going forward here. They have a nice composition. I love Bloodhound, Octane, and Gibby together. I think it's a very reliable team. Some really great tankiness with Gibby, some amazing scouting with Bloodhound, and of course Octane's escapability with his jump pad or aggressiveness with his jump pad. So very interesting stuff. I love Octane together. Fun combination of tank and a very heavy duty pusher. So looking real good for Rampage. If you see, they've taken down some of their players. Most players here, they're trying to stay alive. They're down one last guy. Let's see what they can do right now in this scenario. They might get pushed as we speak. We will see.
And the Bloodhound coming in for the clutch revive and finally eliminating that team. So Rampage having all three of their players at the moment, two of them with red shields and one rocking the gold. That's actually going to be our Octane player. 7 squads remaining. The hill is moving and getting smaller and smaller. Not getting good for anybody in the lobby. Eventually we'll be dropping down to about 3 or 4 squads with how small this circle is getting, and more shots starting to ring out for our Rampage team. Bloodhound literally tagging people from across the map with his flatline. Clearly he used it once or twice before.
Yes, and this is interesting stuff for them, but we're gonna rotate around and check out where the action is with only 6 teams left. We want to see where it's all going to take place. Right now, I'm loving Ace's position. They have the God spot, but this is what I was explaining earlier. Now that you have the final ring in your hands and you're at it, everyone is going to want to come in and take this over. So they will have the hardest fight for the rest of the match if they hold this position, while other teams maybe are in the sidelines at the edges of the ring trying to pretty much wait it out and keep patient so that they can finish this game. And we will see what Aces can do. They performed very well, especially last night. We had a crazy game last night, and all of a sudden, well, today they're back, signed up again to try to make a name for themselves as we go forward. And the 2 teams I'm paying attention to on this round here, why not? Yesterday's performances were incredible. Rampage and Aces are fully decked out. 2 full squad. I like Rampage overall, but everybody else besides amateurs. Oh, I'm lying. Amateurs, Rampage, and Aces all have that game. Here it is. The fight begins. Good stuff. Singling one player out, taking them out, and it's gonna be a fight right here. Really great shots. And man, oh man, Rampage cleaning up shop. I was just about to say there was only two other teams, but now it's only one team with a full stack, and that is amateurs and Aces that will be going head to head with the full teams. But anybody's game, you never know who can take it and what type of scenario you're in. We're gonna keep a look at Aces here for the rest of this game because they do have the God spot.
And I love the fact that they have a Bangalore player in the mix. I think Bangalore is an interesting player. I will say in this meta that often runs a Bloodhound in almost every composition. I feel like Bangalore might be a little nerfed almost. The smokes that come in almost give you a false sense of security because you think you can make a play with it until you get scanned by that Bloodhound and everybody on that team able to hunt you down and know exactly where you are. But either way, her ultimate is absolutely fantastic and her passive as well. So you see the nades about to fly out. She's currently rocking the Spitfire. 4 squads remaining. This is clutch time. We are down to the nitty gritty, and now it's gonna be the top 3 because that team's gonna end up getting eliminated. The smokes are going out. Bangalore trying to stay alive, and she still has her ultimate.
He still has her ultimate, and on top of that, they have the best position. They don't have much to worry about here. They want to stay in control of this position. It's only 2 other teams, and these teams are not stacked, right? It's pretty much their game to win. And look at this. They understand that, and they're going to push this, take it all for themselves. Looking really good, smart, strategic play here. Just taking their time, wiping out the rest of the players. Only 2 teams left. And guess what? 2 teams that only have a couple players. And guess who's the other team that's fully decked out? You're looking at Amateur Hour. They probably haven't got a lot of kills, but they might be the team to win it. I'm gonna keep quiet here and do some ASMR for you guys, because guess what? The sneaky guys sometimes win the game, and that's what they're doing. They don't have the god spot. They're playing the edges, allowing the other teams to have a false sense of security and letting them make a mistake. And now they reveal themselves with that scan, and now they have to fight it off. And my gosh, they lose 1 player, and it's looking like the team to beat, Aces, sitting very comfortable in the gods here spot. Not much to worry about here. Very, very confident in their play, hurting these teams as they go forward. Just incredible plays so far. I'm loving what I'm seeing by Aces right now, just showcasing what it means to rotate and have the best position in the game and not have much to worry about. Also, really solid stuff.
I always notice that some of the stronger teams that hunker down and play a high defensive game will rotate early into the hill, and that's probably what we're seeing right here. Rampage currently only having 1 player left. 1 is down, the other one is already eliminated. That player looks like he's going to be hunted down. The Prowler in hand, he's going to try to barrel stuff, and it looks like that just might be it. He's in the building. Octane trying to stay alive for dear life, and he is hauling you-know-what up the stairs. They're trying to hunt him down, but now he's going to hold down the stairs. He has a jump pad. He's baiting it. He comes in, but it's not going to be enough. Ace are going to be your champions of game number 1.
Talk about incredible stuff by Aces right there. They really did what we all thought they would do, right? That was a perfectly played scenario. They took their time, they did not force the issue, and they pretty much were ready for the win early on. It wasn't late. It wasn't one of those type of games. They just did everything right in that setup. And we're going to take a quick look and see what happened here at the finale as they held the god spot. We talked about that. And what they're doing here is pretty much poking shots. This just makes the team uncomfortable, takes some damage off of them. If they push you, they already got damage done. And they knew that this team did not have a full stack. So what did they do? They pushed this as far as they could and took it to the next level by cleaning up the leftovers first before they had to fight the full team. Just a smart tactic here to get themselves ready to roll. I love what I just saw. Great work by these guys.
Great work indeed, and you're seeing how the Prowler absolutely rips that literally left our Octane player by himself. He had red shields, so he was able to tank a little bit of bullets, turn around, get a couple of shots in, but he forced to back down in the building. He did a fairly decent job of trying to play his life. Great, trying to create that portal. We actually ended up switching over towards the Octane's point of view, who literally had no shields, no health, still holding the door, trying to stay alive. I love this play to throw the jump pad to try to knock them off guard, but it was only a matter of time before Ace hunted that Octane down and put him in the dirt.
Yeah, that was incredible. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. You are at Court Battle Studios. I am your host, Matt Gamer. You were hearing Why Not as the commentator for our live action. And right now we're going to break down exactly what is happening in this event and explain to you how we're in the qualifiers and the format, a little bit of everything. Right now, you guys can pay attention to that, get ready, and let's go. Welcome to Apex Legends by Court Battle League. We have a tournament series where everybody is invited to join. Whether you're PC or console, you can enter these tournaments and have a chance to advance and get into our championship series. The tournament is based off of you guys. We have events every single week for you to enter for free right through our Discord. Head over there, check out the information. Feel free to contact me, Mag Gamer, and I will gladly help you out on how to get involved with this amazing community. And these tournaments have been a blast to organize and cast. So you're looking at the roadmap for our tournament series. The roadmap has many dates. Every single week we will have tournaments. So we don't have these dates here for you, but if you head to our Discord, you can check out our schedule and see when you can enter in our next events. These events are community events, meaning everybody is welcome to join. From here, you will be entering to compete to get into the majors. Just to take a quick look, closer look, these community events are for everyone and they have a chance to enter into our majors. The details about our community events are pretty simple. It's open to the public. Players can sign up and compete and hope to make it through this qualifier so that they can get into the majors. You wonder what the majors are. These are where only the top teams are able to enter. So once you win the community events, you will automatically be entered and advance to the majors. Majors will have an invite-only process. Moving on is after you make it into the majors, if you can win that, you will go into the championship rounds. These rounds are amazing with top tier teams and players. Only the best of the best and the winners of our majors will be able to compete in the championship rounds. This is going to be something that Court Battle League is excited to bring to you guys, and we can't wait to see who gets crowned the champion's legacy. Taking a step back and looking at all of the roadmap, you, the community from here, will have a chance to compete in our tournaments to get into the majors. The majors will be announced sometime in July, and we will have you guys ready to go for the championships in August. So far, it's been an exciting time, and we have a lot more in store for you guys with this event, and we hope you enjoy our tournaments as they go on. This video will be used for the community to understand exactly what we have to offer. Once again, everybody is welcome to join these. They are every single week. They are free on every platform. If you have any questions, head over to the Discord, get all the information you need, and join us as we enjoy Apex Legends together. As your commissioner and your caster, this is Mad Gamer thanking you, and we hope you enjoy. Let's talk format. Apex Legends Champions Legacy Tournament Series has a very unique format. It is called Match Point, a system that Respawn themselves created for their tournaments. We decided to take that format and add some extra twists to bring more excitement for the community. I'm going to break it down into details to help you understand exactly what to expect. 20 teams will enter into our private lobbies to play Battle Royale. Teams will be facing each other to reach and score 50 points. Once they reach 50 points, that threshold makes them eligible for a chance to win the next game. The way they get to 50 is through placement points and elimination points. Placement points are as follows, as you see on the screen. First place gets 12, second gets 9, third place gets 7, etc., etc. Elimination points are where we add multipliers. The first round, each kill will be 1 point. On the second round, it'll go up to 2. In the third round, it'll go up to 3. As you can tell, each round will boost the number of points you get per elimination, adding more excitement. When a team does reach 50, when they reach the threshold for match point, they are eligible to win the whole game. But the only way they can win is if they place first place after reaching 50. So your team wants to get high placement and as many kills as possible to make it there. The exciting part is, as the rounds progress, kills are worth more points, and they will give other teams chances to catch up if they can perform well. There can only be one winner in this tournament. This isn't a highest score match. This is who can reach 50 and then become first place winners of the next match after reaching 50. This is the format, and we hope you guys enjoy today's tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We're going to give you guys a quick chance to look at our schedule, and we're going to be right back while we get you guys a score started very shortly in a couple seconds. So stay tuned. We're going to have the scores and everything for you guys in a minute. Working on it right now. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are officially back in it to win it, and very excited about what we have going on for you guys today. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. We are in game one, and I'm gonna drop the scores, but before I show the leaderboards, I'm gonna throw them into the chat so that you guys can see. Anybody without a score means they had 0, and I have not put them in order. We're gonna have a beautiful display for everybody that's watching the stream, but we also are putting it up just for the moment temporarily, and we're gonna get game 2 going shortly. We're just waiting for this to get rocking. And we're ready to go. We're just waiting for a player. And then from there, we'll get this tournament started. So we hope you guys are enjoying this from all of the other places. We're literally live on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and you name it. Every platform that has and allows us to stream, we are live on it for you to enjoy with us. And man, oh man, game 1 was pretty good. I liked Ace's positioning, and like I said, it was a very hard one to keep, but they kept it. And man, that is the beginning of what the tournament could be for these teams and these players going forward. Of course, sometimes it's easier said than done when you hold those positions. They're such a pain sometimes. So many great teams third partying you and basically making you uncomfortable for the whole game. And we got to see some great stuff by most of these guys. So man, I'm really happy to have these top teams in here playing for us tonight. We're gonna get started shortly, and we're just waiting for one team to get their players in, then we'll be bringing you the action. But as you saw, we broke down the format, but we didn't talk about that this is a qualifier. This isn't our official championship tournaments. This is just the qualifier, and to showcase to you guys what is going to be happening for next month. All of these qualifiers for the next 3 weeks are pretty much everybody's welcome. Any team and every person in the world can join. We do not discriminate, and whatever platform you want, you can go ahead and sign up. Come over to our Discord and get involved. And that being said, for August though, only the top teams that win in these qualifiers are entered, and of course we'll have some invites of some pro teams and so on to be able to get in on the action. So that is the schedule, and it is looking really good, and I'm very excited about it. I'm going to continue to go ahead and play for this next game, and we're going to get it rolling as we speak. Good luck to all the players and teams trying to win and compete. Man, this has been a blast for me as the co-host, you know, trying to get everybody acclimated in the esports scene for these new players and new teams, and the personal messages that they send me about thanking me to helping them build their confidence, helping them get signed, or helping them join into another org who's trying to create their own movement. All of those little things to me matter the most, more so than anything else, because it's personal, very, you know, deep messages that are just nice to hear. So thank you guys for reaching out to me and telling me those kind words. Again, I take no credit. You're the players, you're doing your job, you're putting in the work and time and effort for all of that. I'm just hosting these for you guys. So keep it rolling. Good luck to everybody. For me, it's all about the entertainment factor. I know you guys want to win it all, and so let's see what happens. Get some good action in. With that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, we have the legendary See the One You Envy back for scoreboards. So we are going to get you the scoreboards in the middle of the game very shortly, but we're going to give it a second here. That in mind, we're also have a special guest co-host, the one and the only Why Not, amazing co-host. And why not, I just wanted to congratulate you. You're joining the Apex community officially. We've seen you in the Halo casting scene, but I believe Apex is the top premium right now with their amazing stuff. They announced the $5 million ALGS tournaments coming up for September, and hopefully we'll see you in there someday and get you to cast and to run it up and to do what you do. So let's go ahead and talk about this game. Not the game, not practice, but the game. The game. Why not? Let's go.
Go indeed. I am absolutely ready, and it looks like we're launching into, it looks like Kings Canyon. So I'll be honest with you, Kings Canyon is probably not one of my favorite maps. I'm a big fan of World's Edge, and I can even take Olympus a little bit. Kings Canyon is tough, but we're gonna find out what these players are made of, because it looks like we're starting on board here with Amateur Hour, who are hunting a team down already. Okay, so we're getting into a battle right off of the rip.
Yes, and that's what I love to see. Why? Because it's action for us, and we get to enjoy it. And right now, getting hit pretty hard there. Gibby goes down, but they're trying to fight back and take some shots off. Having the low ground is very, very tough. And right now, it looks like Bloodhound's gonna back off and try to regroup his situation. When you drop, it's anybody's game. First person to get a gun, first person to get an angle on you can take you out, even with their fists. So this is a very tough task, and as we've seen it, great stuff by Mystic coming in and cleaning up shop, getting their job done as we speak, with very good stuff by them as they go forward, trying to make a name for themselves and pushing through. Very excited about this team. It's a brand new team that we have not seen, and we're going to see what they can do today going forward. And we're going to go ahead and rotate over and try to find the team that's in it to win it. Of course, there's so many teams today playing to try to get into these championships. I get a lot of messages about how to get in, how to get in. It's easy. Jump into the qualifier and get on board. And no, my goodness, folks, we just got an error, and we're going to try to get this technical issue fixed. Switching on over right here so you can see the action as we go forward. A quick technical server issue where we cleaned it up shop and got it working for us, luckily. As we go forward, we're gonna go ahead and look throughout all of these teams, and man, oh man, it's non-stop technical issues. I can't believe it today, Apex. You are killing me, folks. We got some technical issues we're going to try and solve shortly here, hopefully. Tough. Again, we don't have control of these scenarios, and sometimes server issues can pop. The game is still happening, just so you know. It's not that the game isn't happening, as you can see here. It's just some technical issues there. But speaking of the game happening, we are watching right now to see what these guys are doing. And look at this Team Delta. Thanks. About to get into some action, I believe. Or is that Team Alpha? Nope. One of those teams. And everybody's sitting comfortable at the moment. We did have that technical issue, so luckily it got fixed. Just some visual cue issues, but we are still in the thick of it. And it's very, very interesting to see everybody playing it safe right now and taking their time. And I want to catch the teams in the best positions, as we see right now. Team Piggy about to get hit by Delta if they rotate in the same area. But slow pace right now starting off. Still 18 teams, still very early, and we'll see what happens. Talk about early. NBO, it's back in the building. A team that I completely forgot to address here. They have competed extremely well in arenas when they played. Now they are officially trying to make a move in the Battle Royale scene. Why not? You were there when these guys played in the arenas. So now get to see what they can do in Battle Royale. It's a big difference, isn't it?
It 100% is. We saw it's Matt, the captain of this team, really put in work in the arenas, but now this is the ultimate test, because can you survive when there's 20 squads on it? Look like they're looking good right now. The Wraith player trying to get out of dodge, but I don't think he's gonna be able to do so, and they're gonna barrel stuff the Bloodhound with the flatline. This weapon's so amazing. At the hip fire, there's only one more player remaining, and he has an Eva 8 in his back pocket. That player's probably not gonna last long.
Not gonna last long at all, because this team is the real deal. So he's gonna have a hard time. Speaking of that, there's two players that they're trying to fight right now. They're not alone. It's not one guy. So it'll be interesting. They're keeping a nice jump pad at the door to stop from somebody entering. I love it, guys. All you gotta do is shoot it down and get out of it. And good stuff right here. Minty Maniacs are the ones who just got wiped by NVO. They actually battled in the arenas as well, and NVO got the better of them there, and they get the better of them again. Is this a rivalry for our tournaments? We want to see it, and we're going to talk about those specifically in the majors. All of these teams who've had back and forths, whether it's on social media, through our discords, or in-game battles where one team spoiled another team's chance to win. And this has happened multiple times because some of these teams continue to sign up for our events and pretty much battle each other very often, so they know each other very well. They know their compositions, they know their play styles. And speaking of play styles, Mystic, a brand new team, looking like they are on the hunt. I love that Bloodhound hunter mentality. You can track footsteps, and he's utilizing it as best as possible, trying to push another team back. Sometimes you don't want to kill them, you just want to keep them away in the fight. And speaking of keep them away, a team trying to third party them is coming in hot. R99 dropping their ultimate. They're giving defensive bombardment, trying to pick up their teammates' banner. They do pick it up, and now looks like they might not want this fight, and they're gonna probably go ahead and try to rotate out. Gibby bubble up in the last second, not good enough. And man, oh man, it's looking like Mystic is coming in hot with that Eva and R301, licking up shots and cleaning it up. They're gonna try to close this out, get a team wipe. Remember, game 2 is a multiplier, guys. 2 points per kill. Already Mystic burning things down drastically, showcasing greatness at its finest. And I want to just take a quick second to kind of give you guys the visuals on what we have going on today. I'm going to go ahead and display the leaderboards so you can know what's happening on the first game. We're on game 2, but we're taking a break to showcase to you guys the scores. Aces have 20 points. Rampage has 18. Mystic has 13. Legends have 11. And as you can see, the score continues there. But those 4 teams with multiple points, what happens now is they have a big lead and they want to just keep adding on to it, get some kills, get some placement, put in the work to keep that lead, and then get to 50 first and try to win it all. Very important factor in all of this is to be able to stay in the lead and be the first to reach 50. That way you have a chance to win it all. That's what it's all about, being able to get first place after reaching 50. So we're gonna see what could happen. Speaking about what could happen, switching it right back up, we're in game 2 right now, and you're looking at the Legends losing a player, and they are going to be in trouble as we see multiple teams pretty much just rotating into the ring, trying to find their positions and trying to stay in control of this game as they go forward. And I'm liking what I'm seeing right now by CEO holding the top of this roof, not at a rotation spot, so they got to be very careful with what their plan is here. I would want to rotate early and be smart about this. Picking a fight is always good if you have the position. Fighting in the ring sometimes can be a tough situation where you're fighting 2 enemies, the ring and another team. So needing to be careful here. We'll see what they could do going forward.
And Team CEO are poised to make some things happen. The Valkyrie ult is ready, so if they want to rotate, they obviously can do so and fairly easily. They have 2 players currently with blue shields, 1 with purple. 12 squads remaining. Can Team CEO hold off? And just like that, another team ends up going down. Papa Chubby ends up going down, and now we're down to 11.
Down to 11, and man, oh man, you like to see this. And what I want to point out here is, even though, you know, we've seen some teams get taken out early on here, and it's a tough fight, you also have to respect the guys with the low scores who put in the work. They might have lower scores, but they put in the work to eliminate the top team. That one time that they take down the top team, you're seeing greatness at its finest. And that's what I love about our teams and our players. You know, they're very confident. Even when they're not doing so hot, they'll stay in the matches. And then when it gets to game 4 or 5, that multiplier gives them a chance to level up and reach that threshold. So always watch out for the teams that are in the lower ranks early on. They're warming up. They're going to get hot sooner or later. And it can get really, really interesting from there going forward. And we're going to take a quick look and see where the action is right now. CEO sees the team and they're waiting, taking their time. They're not in the ring yet, and they got to be very careful about what they want to do here. I would want to rotate as best as possible in that scenario. You don't want to get caught on the outside trying to get in. This team is going to gate them off, and the last thing they want to do is just bother to push them. Might as well rotate first, get a good angle, and then push them. Getting in there can be a dangerous situation, but they're going to go for it, and let's see if they have what it takes to do so. I would rotate to the right if I was them, to try to get a better position into the ring and then go from there. They do get scanned, and that is it for them. Now they have a decision to make, and I like what they're doing here. Again, this is IQ plays, guys. Gunplay is 95% of Apex 100%. But the positioning that you have, the movement, and the rotations can help you win these games. And right now, they're doing the right thing to try to win, not worrying about fragging out specifically and looking to make sure that they are in it to win it. And pretty solid situation. They decide to go ahead and use a Valkyrie. Even better for them to be able to get themselves deeper into the ring in a great position. They're going to have one of the best areas. And I don't know if they're all alone over there, but man, oh man, did they pick the right spot. This high ground is very, very good for the end game. And we will see how this plays out for them, but solid decision making. Top tier material right here. Why not?
I'm gonna have to agree with you 100%. We're currently down to 8 squads remaining, and they were in a non-advantageous position before, but they've gotten themselves into a much better position right now, holding down the high ground, able to hunker down and play defense on this particular area. I will say that I kind of wish there are 2 players that currently have blue shields were upgraded to purple, but if they start to put down the damage, that can quickly happen with this Evo system. And it looks like they're getting into a little bit of an entanglement on board with our Valkyrie player. Cross map shots coming from the flat line. They're not connecting just yet, but eventually they will. And Gibby gonna have to drop an early bubble here. Luckily that team is way too far for them to try to ape them and push in. But there is a jump pad right there. You know, and they're like to say, hey, look, this is not the battle that we want to take. That team is absolutely beaming us. We're gonna let to catch a different angle, and they're rotating back out, still within the hill. In 40 seconds, we'll be going down to round number 4.
Yes, and what I like about this is only 6 teams, but man, there's a lot of room to play. And for most players, they want to see the action. Like myself, we want to call the action. But what I love also is seeing how players decide to rotate, where they're positioning themselves to win the game. Those things are huge. Any casual player can go in, get a couple kills, and do something fancy once in a while and just be like, wow, look at me. But the top players and teams do these things that you're going to be seeing, where they're holding the best positions in the map, controlling the high ground, or just one of the best areas within the ring. And that is critical. And at the moment, looking at everybody trying to get into this circle, and FNG 2 are sneaking their way in with a team right above them, hoping that they don't get caught in that situation. And look at this, we might see them deciding to flank and push a team so they can get into the ring. I'm not sure how they're playing this, and they're all deciding to move into the building. This is a good scenario for them, and again, holding it and staying in control of it, critical parts of this game. I like what they're doing, but again, CEO playing like CEOs because they have the best position overall. And now I'm going to pass it over to Why Not so he can take over for this fourth round here. Be right back.
Switching gears over towards Team CEO at the moment, rocking that Valkyrie, Octane, and Gibby composition. Obviously, Octane and Valkyrie giving you that max amount of momentum. Octane having that stim, which obviously makes him moving faster to get in and or out of bad situations, and that jump pad is absolutely incredible too. Same thing, in and out of bad situations, but you can do it as a team, as your whole entire team are able to utilize that jump pad. Valkyrie working in a similar way. Obviously, the flight, absolutely incredible, getting from point A to point B when you're down in that low ground trying to get into a high ground situation. The tactical is insane, drops some damage, even gets some stuns in, and that ultimate can easily help you rotate, which we saw them utilize earlier. But Valkyrie getting pinned right there, losing all of her shields and most of her health. We have two players currently at purple shields. Luckily, she does have a Phoenix, and she gets back up to par. Still 6 squads remaining. Valkyrie only having 40 damage at the moment, but I believe that's going to change throughout the course of this game.
Yes, it is. And what I like best, again, you take your time and do what's right there, and they're doing a good job. You see Team Alpha below, and one of the problems with being low is you're going to get easily hammered by whoever's above you, and that's what's happening with Alpha, and they get wiped by Mystic, who's holding one of the high grounds as well, one of the best areas in the game to keep. And again, with only 5 teams and it's only round 4, this just means we're going to have some interesting finishes here. People are going to pretty much pick a lot of shots for the next round and hold it down in that fashion. And as this ring closes, this is where everybody has to fight it out and finish it off. So you're going to see the top teams in the best positions win completely. As you can see right now, Mystic laying down some shots calmly, relaxing, keeping control and composure in this scenario where they know they can keep this ground for the end game for the most part. And I like what they're doing here, just confident in their position. They're laying out some shots, trying to get it in with this Spitfire, using it like a long-range weapon. Sometimes I do that. Hardly use a Spitfire, but when I do, I have a lot of fun spamming that thing on enemies from far away, kind of forcing them to cover. And look at this, they're decided to take this fight. Perfect. And wow, oh my goodness, you talk about great push, cleaning up the team with one of the best high ground positions and just destroying right now. Once again, this is good strategic play right now, and they cleaned up shop right there. Amazing stuff by Mystic. This is a new team, and we're loving what we're seeing by these guys. Great performance so far, and they're doing really good. And look at this, getting a Gibby bombardment right above on the top. They're gonna have to rotate a little bit. I like what I'm seeing. There's a lot of teams in battles at this very moment, and FNG2 surviving that battle. CEO ratting it out, and it looks like Mystic has this game to win. Only Rampage with a full deck, and maybe they won't make it here into the ring because they're gonna have to fight off teams, and they're getting hit very hard by the one team that's also fully stacked. So pretty interesting on how this is going to play out for them. The key component right now is for them to get into the ring and get some type of protection. Getting in the ring is one thing, but having a smart position is another. So this is where holding a high ground early, just like Mystic has, can pay off. And you can tell that Mystic were in control of everything going on in this scenario. And right now, as we speak, it looks like Mystic might end up having to lose their positioning, which is the best in the game. And they're gonna have to give it up shortly on this last ring when it starts closing. But man, they are sitting comfortable and confident where they are for the rest of this game, and I think they might beat the best odds, but that doesn't mean anything when you never know. Third party situation, maybe a single player can eliminate all these guys in a third party push. We will see. And man, Rampage somehow finding a way to get decent positioning for this final ring. I like what I'm seeing by them. Going to be using these trucks to keep control of the ring on their side, and they can't get third party too hard on this area unless somebody comes downhill towards them. So really solid stuff by them. All they need to do is be patient here. If you start picking off too many shots, you can lose the game. So we'll see what happens here. Good scan here. Got that flatline and that EVA 8. I would say one of the best gun loadouts in the game. If you can hit fire well, you'll be doing some really great stuff. One of their teammates go down again. Way too aggressive unnecessarily. It looks like they're getting pushed and they get one of their players taken down. Only one left alive. Mystic is going for the finish. Can they do it? Looks like they will. Oh my goodness. And they are the game 2 winners. Mystic proved that the positioning again for 2 games in a row. We've seen the team with the best position win the games. And that was incredible stuff by Mystic. Just playing smart, not forcing the issue. And I love what I saw there. And we're going to watch this replay and see how it all went down. Shout out to Mystic.
Fantastic job by Mystic. It was their game to lose, even though they were going up against Rampage, who had a fully loaded squad. They were out shielded. We had 2 players down with purple shields, even had 1 with gold, but it did not compete with Mystic's all 3 players holding on to that red shield, having maximum health. You saw Bloodhound going for the early scan here. Eventually he does end up ulting, so it seems like he was ready to fight, but one of them ends up getting burned quick. The counter scan coming right back at him, the rotation coming in. They had great positioning, but just like that, somehow Gibby getting absolutely clipped and goes down, putting them into a non-advantageous position, a 2v3 scenario. He still has his flat line out, but loses all of his health. That player getting over aggressive, getting froggy, deciding to leap. Bloodhound goes down. Octane has literally no health or shields, tries to get out of dodge, but they eventually hunt him down.
Yes, they do. And that was a good finish right there. Mystic again. Before the match even concluded, I was calling that they had the top position, and that usually gives you the best odds. That doesn't mean you're going to win, because somebody can easily third party you. Somebody can make a mistake, fall off the roof there, and pretty much lose the game. But it was great performance by them. They stayed patient. They only dropped down for that finish. They stood up there the whole time for 2 rounds. All right, so understanding patience is critical for you to be able to win in Battle Royale, because you have so many teams. It's ridiculous. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, keep watching, enjoy yourself. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are super excited. We got the full deck right now. This is like a dream team so far. We got See the One You Envy doing the leaderboards, managing things. We got Why Not as a co-host here, killing it on the commentary. And then of course you guys, the players, the viewers, are what it's all about. Why we do what we do. We love you guys. And speaking about love, I want to take a moment just to talk about something separate and some of your opinions in the chat. We're getting a brand new legend. We're getting ranked arenas. We're getting some map changes that I can't really say because it's not confirmed, but let's just imagine that there's some map changes going on in Olympus and possibly in World's Edge. We will see. There's just a lot of stuff coming out for season 10. It's right around the corner, less than 2 weeks. A couple days from now, it's going to be kicking off, and it's going to be good going down. But check it out right here to my left. You're looking at it right this very second. The one and the only Seer is coming over, and this legend right here, we were talking about Bloodhound scan and his importance for the game. Seer is going to replace Bloodhound in many ways because he's so good. The only thing that I would say you might not like about Seer is his mobility, where Bloodhound has his ultimate where he can move around and get things rolling, which is amazing. But Seer offers more tracking than ever. And pairing Seer with what I would like compositions that cause mayhem, for example, Bangalore and Seer together can be very interesting because her smoke and then Seer's tracking ability, it's not 3 seconds the way Bloodhounds is. It's literally going to last longer, and you'll see for yourself in about a week and a half. So get excited for that when it does come out shortly. And we're watching some of the trailer live right now on what Seer looks like and all of his abilities. So it'll be very interesting. We don't talk about this during our tournaments. We're supposed to focus on the esports side of things, but we did want to just give it a quick nod and talk about exactly what to expect from these guys going forward. And that, with that in mind, we are going to be starting the games shortly, but I wanted to take a second to show you guys the schedule for the next 2 weeks. Basically, you're able to sign up for these qualifiers. If you like what you see and you feel like you can compete against these teams and maybe they're playing too aggressive, too campy, you don't like their guns or their compositions, you want to come in and cause some havoc, everybody is welcome to get on board and to enjoy this. We do not discriminate. We want boys, girls. If you're an alien, we'll let you sign up as long as you don't invade our planet and do anything crazy. You're welcome here. Just go right ahead and sign up through our Discord. You can check that out on our social medias and through our live chats. I know that there's a couple hundred people watching in Asia, and I have the translation. I'm not sure how good that is working, but thank you guys so much for watching. You guys have been great support to me. But we're gonna move it on back to the games. As you can see here, get yourself involved. Why would I want to play in these qualifiers? Why? Because we're going to have the majors and the championship next month, and that's going to mean one thing. Next month, you're going to see focus on these teams. You're going to have interviews with the teams. You're going to have profiles for everybody, a little bit of everything. I don't want to hype it up too much, but I'm trying to build a whole platform for these guys to be able to be showcased truly, because they put in the work, they put in the time, they put in the efforts, and it is exciting as we go forward to see what these guys could offer. So what do you think is going to happen next tonight? Right, we're going into game 3. We just saw 2 separate teams compete and win, but there's been some performances that haven't been the best, but it's really interesting to see who can come out on top. And speaking about coming out on top, let's take a quick look at the format so you can know what it's all about here. So basically, you have 20 teams all competing to get to 50. The way you get to 50 is placement points gives you 12 for first place, 9 for second, and so on. And then of course, eliminations. What's interesting, we're going into game 3. The multiplier is 3 points for third round, and then the fourth round is 4 points. So you're gonna pretty much get a crazy game. Those teams that might be on the lower brackets can come right back in one game and destroy the lobby and get into the 50-point threshold, which is match point. With match point, right after you reach it, you have to be first place on the next game or any game after so that you can win it all. So that is the system. That is the format. Again, you guys are all welcome to join on these. Sign up. Make sure your team is in. We will have more tournaments. We understand, for example, today we had 40 teams trying to play. Only 20 teams are allowed per event, but we have a schedule and we keep on putting out new events consistently. So feel free to sign up to those and be a part of it and get yourself involved with what we have. That being said, we're going to kick things off right now very shortly. We're trying to get all the teams in on this action, and then we're going to go forward from here.
Official
So
Magner says,
lock in, get loaded. It's about to go down. We're going to give you a look at the schedule so that you can get hyped and sign up for our next event coming shortly. ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We're going to go and throw it over to the leaderboard so you can know what is going on as far as the scores go. And man, oh man, it is going down right now. That is crazy. Mystic dropped a bomb last game. And you talk about, woo, they dropped a 24 bomb last game and they got themselves to 50. Well, matter of fact, 73 to be exact. Craziness. Talk about a performance, guys. We casually casted their amazing positioning, but we completely ignored their amazing fragging out. I'm talking about 24 kills. All right, they pretty much put that together. It was a full team effort. Don't get it twisted. It wasn't one player, but either way, 24 kills, giving them a big time chance to win it all. Guess what does that mean, folks? All that means is everybody, the 19 teams in this lobby, got one thing to do. They have to stop this team. All right, they're gonna have to shut them down and close it out. And man, oh man, it's looking insane. We will see what happens right now in this next game. It was amazing performance by Mystic, but I just want to take a note. Let me calm myself down. Guys, Rampage, Aces, Legends, NVO, NFG, all are right there. One good game and they'll be at the 50-point mark. That's all they need. It is incredible stuff. This next game is going to be insane. And I'm loving what I'm seeing by all the teams. And here we go. Don't sleep on the teams that are lower. Again, right now, all this whole lobby needs to do is take out Mystic to allow this tournament to continue. If Mystic wins this next game, they officially win the tournament because they're the only team that's eligible to win it all because they've reached the match point threshold, which is 50. So that's where we're at with it. And man, oh man, good luck to these teams. It is unbelievable that we didn't really discuss the amount of kills that they had in that game. It was just a great performance to be able to hold their positions and keep control. And I love what I'm seeing by those guys, but also the rest of the lobby is right there. Just because other lobbies didn't get a 20 bomb doesn't mean they're not performing well. Not everybody can get a 20 bomb as a team or, you know, individually. So great stuff by Mystic, again coming out, showcasing who they are, first time here and not going to be forgotten, already performing extremely well. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Congratulations to them. And man, it's going to get very interesting going forward. So with that in mind, guys, game 3 is about to happen. And let's see how this plays out. Personally, if I was the rest of the lobby, if I see that I take down one of Mystic's guys or I hear gunshots and it's anywhere near me, I'm going after the fight so that I can close out Mystic. All I want to do is take Mystic out in this next round. The reason for this is so that they can keep the tournament alive. That's what every viewer should be rooting for if they're not fans of Mystic. If you're a Mystic fan, all you want is for them to place #1 overall on this next game, which is going to allow them to win it all. So there's 2 options. Either you're all Mystic for them to win it all and finish tonight's broadcast, or you're for the rest of the lobby, keeping things alive for everyone. So you're either rooting for one team or 19 teams. You need Mystic to go down. And speaking about Mystic, we're going to go live into game 3 as we see them dropping and trying to get in a good position. I like where they're headed. This is one of the great areas and it's somewhere in the center, so you're going to be able to have positioning And for me, this is a fun place to land. Also, there's a lot going on in these areas. And, you know, you will see what they could do. And I believe they see another team. They're going to take the fight. And let's go ahead and get into this action here. I like their aggressiveness, their confidence. They know that they can win it all, but they are not trying to be scared. And they're trying to push this team back and keep them uncomfortable. So we'll see how that works out for them. Really smart plays right now, trying to stay in control. And we're going to stay with this team because we know that they have the chance to win it all. We will see what they could do.
And it looks like Team Mystic electing to get a little aggressive here. We have the wingman in one hand and an L-Star in the back for Chauncey Billups coming out of Mystic, but he currently has white shields. Luckily, somehow Octane dropping immediately, getting himself some purple shields, and their teammate Bloodhound rocking the blue. Shots are coming in. That's gonna be 45 damage on that opponent with the blue shields, dropping the bubble, trying to get a bit closer. Still has that L-Star. I'm liking the way Mystic is playing. They are really upping the tempo.
Yeah, they're upping the tempo and getting some clean shots in here, working that angle, taking down another player. Look at this, a full wipe. Confident, skilled, so great by them. They're just unreal right now, and they're at the countdown area, but it looks like they're going to jump into Sky and probably get into another fight right away, playing extremely confident with no fear at all, staying in control of their scenario. And I like what I'm seeing right now by Chauncey just being the first aggressor to initiate that fight, deciding that they're not done with it, and they're in Skyhook here trying to figure out what they're going to do against this second team here, and looking like they're going to take the fight and trying to shut the team down from the jump pad. And there goes Octane getting over, and man, they are pushing this pace aggressive, like if they wanted to score more points. But man, this is not about points. This tournament is all about who has the chance to win it all after they reach 50. And they do have 50, but look at this. They're playing like if they need to score another 30 points. And they're just cleaning up shop. Check this out. Not even losing a player and wiping two teams at the start of this tournament. And guys, these guys are looking incredible. Over here in Skyhook, relaxing, cleaning teams up, and they're looking like they're actually about to take another fight as we speak. So just incredible combat by these guys, not fearing anybody and playing it very smart. And speaking of fear, we have Breed, who looks like they want to try and take this fight, scanning Mystic. Mystic again in Skyhook trying to stay in control. Skyhook's a very traffic heavy area. The fact that Mystic, the only team that's eligible to win, decided to come here says a lot about their confidence and their ability. And I love their composition. Once again, this is the standard in my opinion, new meta style where you're not using Wraith and you're going to use Octane, and switching things up a little bit. We see Horizon with her Q still getting shots, and these guys are super aggressive, pushing the pace, trying to get these shots off. Loving them chasing this team down. And man, oh man, Breed has a chance to save the lobby. If they can take out Mystic, they will end up being the MVPs of today's game. And down a player, Mystic's trying to figure out this scenario. It's not looking good for them. They're getting hit pretty hard, and it's one of those things when a team pushes you, and if you're catches you off guard, it can really, really be devastating. And right now, all alone, Mr. Respect from Team Breed, trying to get some work done, does take one of their players down, and it looks like he's in a third, so he can take the shield swap. He doesn't shield swap for some reason. Oh my goodness, and he's gonna get out of there, folks. Good idea. Smart move here. Only thing I would have done was thirst him and then shield swap so that I can get myself going. But man, deciding to just completely leave the scene and leave Mystic all alone here at Skyhook. I mean, respect to Breed for deciding to stay alive. That's the right thing to do. But me personally, I would have pushed this right here and see where we go from there. But I'm loving what I'm seeing so far by Mystic. They're down a player. They can revive them. But man, it's the start of a problem that they might need to figure out and solve, because there are still teams in this area and they can definitely put in some work. It looks like Team Piggy is right next door. They're going to maybe bump into Mystic as they go forward. So pretty interesting stuff. We shall see. I'm going to stay on Mystic here and see where this goes.
Yeah, the ultra aggressive plays now coming out of Mythic forced them to lose their Gibby player, but luckily they get him right back. Gibby is back in action, currently rocking the white shield at the moment. Bloodhound and Octane do have purple. 17 squads remaining, and I have a feeling that Mystic's not going to slow down whatsoever. I think it'd be more advantageous for them to ultimately rotate into these hills early and just camp it down, or just hunker in a hill and in a building and just chill there, because their objective right now is to simply get the win. They've already achieved match point, so the KP is really only for, I guess, style points, if you will, but it's not going to help them towards winning this tournament.
Yes, we will see. But this, honestly speaking, I love teams that do this, because what it does show is that they want to stay hot. A lot of times, what I see often is a team reaches the 50 mark and then they'll camp out for the whole game. And what that does, it kills your momentum. It kills your muscle memory and your ability to just be on point, alert, active. And it's a tough scenario, because you want to stay alive, but camping kills that whole flow. So this is where these teams got to do the job and stay in the fight. Sometimes it might not be good because they can get taken out easily, of course, but for now it's working out for Mystic. They took out a couple teams, pretty much taking away threats from their scenario, and then they're in control of this map. They're rotating and confidently searching for more trouble, which is incredible from a team who's already in the lead, pretty much showcasing that they are the real deal as we go forward.
Currently 16 squads remaining. There was a team that got into a bit of an engagement here, and so is Mystic coming out of Bloodhound. Bloodhound gonna lose all of his shields and most of his health there. That's not looking good for Mystic, but luckily they're able to stabilize and recover. Even Gibby losing shields as well. So does Octane. So this is the first time that Mystic is being tested at the moment, but Neg trying to get into the action, putting down some heavy damage. That player gonna go down. A second one does, and by themselves is this player right here, and Mystic once again prevailing, ends up losing their Octane player, but still looking good. 14 squads remaining, Mag.
Yes, 14 squads, and it's ridiculous how good Mystic is right now. But we are going to go ahead and start rotating just a little bit. Check out some of these teams who are in the hunt right now. I like what I'm seeing by Team Phoenix, a team we haven't talked much about. They are currently in 12th place with 8 points. Again, this is a game 3, so the multiplier is 3 points per elimination, so they can score pretty big right now. And they got a Crypto, to me, one of the most difficult legends to play, but one of the best legends to play, to teach you the game so that you can learn how to rotate, how to be aware of your situations, good call outs for your teammates. So many factors that Crypto can offer you to become a better player. And I love when I see him in comp, because this just means they have high IQ, very skilled player that can help them win in these situations. So super interesting, and they are getting pushed though. We're about to see a fight right now. Having one player get taken down, he's trying to pop off with the vault, but gets wiped. And great stuff there. And guess who's in town once again? Team Mystic is literally featured all game long in our lobby, just killing it today. Just unbelievable stuff by these guys. And man, oh man, I love what I saw by those guys. And we're gonna take a second here, get this game rolling as we do, trying to make sure you can see what's going on. Seems to be small technical difficulties today, and we'll get that fixed, but we're still seeing some live feeds right now. Team CEO holding in Sky Hook, still trying to stay in control of this area, which is a really great area to be in. You can really dominate if your team is good enough to stay in that position there. I like where they are at. Of course, that team right there is in 10th place with 9 points. So still super early. We will see how that goes. And man, oh man, it's still very early on, but I like this position. And I think they might be here for the long haul. They're going to stay and hold it for the rest of the game, which is really great stuff. And speaking of great stuff, we're going to take a quick look and see where and what is happening with the only team that's eligible to win it all. As they rotate, they're moving on in and trying to find themselves a good position here to stay in control and keep control. And I like this area very much. This is where they originally dropped, and they're right back where they came from after rotating throughout the map, finding some teams and taking them out. Now they're back where they began it all, and they do see a team, and we'll see what they can do in this scenario going forward. It looks like Team Delta is right next door, and it's going to be an interesting fight. Team Delta, the sister team to the Raven clan, and we'll see if they can make some noise. And speaking of making some noise, it looks like Mystic is hunting down a player, trying to figure out where they're going, and it looks like they're about to go ahead and get into it thick, pushing the pace.
Raven Delta going to be taking some heavy damage here. This is not looking good for them. Raven losing all of his shields and most of her life, going all the way down to one shot. Bloodhound losing half shield at the moment and even a quarter of health, but luckily they're able to back down to stabilize here. That's going to be Raven Delta. Hopefully they can stay alive with 13 squads remaining. And they've just gone 2 down. Now we're down more with Mystic. Mystic having 2 players up, but are losing their Gibby. They're getting really aggressive here, and the Bloodhound goes down. Arctic gonna be by himself, rocking the Eva 8, but he's gonna elect to jump pad. He lost 2 of his teammates. He knows this is not good for him, so he's gonna elect to get out of dodge. Can he stay alive?
Can he stay alive? He should stay alive, because man, oh man, this is tough scenario. Mystic, the only team eligible to win it all. We thought we saw greatness. They were killing the lobby, destroying it, and they were about to take out Delta, but guess what happened? Battle Royale happened. The best part of Battle Royale is that you're in a lobby full of 19 teams. All right, you got 57 other players trying to take you out. Don't care how good you are. If you're getting third-partied, it's a very difficult situation. Only the greats will survive. And at this moment, Mystic has performed well, and they continue to show that they're great. But in this scenario, can they revive, grab their teammates' banners to bring them back to try to finish this game? Or will this be the end for them? I would personally go for it and try to get them, because to really play against these top teams, it's very difficult to try to win it all. Get in there, grab at least one guy, and then hope. But as we see, he's getting scanned, and he's about to get hit right now. He got the R301 and the Eva, the standard for all of Apex, the most reliable type of weapons in this game by far when it comes to a combo. And he gets both the banners, but will he survive? Getting hit pretty hard. This is one of the best legends to be trying to escape with, but I don't know if he's gonna make it. You got a good team trade, and in bad situation. And ladies and gentlemen, Suki saving the lobby, and are the MVPs of game 3. We're gonna get a game 4 100% just because of what you just saw there. That elimination guarantees a game 4, because now Team Mystic is out for this game, and now they have to try and win game 4. But guess what? All these other teams are scoring very well, and you got to be very careful. Team Suki had 14 points before this game. They got 6 kills right now. If they win it all, they'll end up with an extra 12 on top of the 6, and that's 18. And then on top of that, the multiplier for each kill is 3. So you're looking at possibility of Team Suki going up in the ranks and moving up to the 50-point mark if they can get a win here, or just frag out a little more.
There's definitely a chance that the Akatsuki can make it into match point, and they'll be joining the team that they just eliminated in that one win takes it all scenario. Currently in the top 8 at the moment. We're gonna find out. And all, like you said before, all of these teams that are in the top 8 are putting good points in. So maybe the Akatsuki makes it into match point. Maybe one other team makes it into match point as well, or at least a 1 or 2 points away from it. Things are gonna get really interesting going into game 4, and that hill is starting to close in, and we're losing all of round 4 hill, and eventually in a minute about to go into round number 5.
Going into round number 5 is my favorite because there's always a lot of action. And man, oh man, Suki doing real good. But we're going to switch it on over to DIB, trying to clean up shop, score their points, get their job done. They've been having some trouble here, and now they get eliminated. We love this team. This team has performed well, but tonight, so far, it hasn't been their night. But that can change in a heartbeat. One game, game 4 possibly could be their time. And we're going to float around just to see where everybody is landing and what is going on. And I'm liking Team Alpha saying, you know what, Suki? Hey man, you saved the lobby, but you can't save yourself. And they're looking to try to take this fight and push the pace. I don't think it's going to work out for them because Suki's on fire, man. They took out the hottest team that we saw so far. They're holding some really good area to keep control of for this next ring. And we're going to see where they rotate to and what their positioning is. It's too many teams surrounding them. They got to make sure they relocate in the proper place for this fight to win big time. And I love Suki because they have all red shields. They're ready to go. This team always puts on a show for us, and it's just fun for me as a caster seeing top tier teams put in the work. Look at this, they're getting third party, but they're putting up the fight. They have the R301 in the flat line, getting shots off with this bad boy, trying to stay in control even with the Gibby bombardment, not doing much damage to Tyler here as he tries to regroup and doing a good job, comfortable. And they're gonna have to rotate into the ring, so we're gonna see how good they are in this type of tough situation. They're fighting a team in the ring. The ring hurts like hell once it reaches round 4, but they're in deep, they're comfortable, they're confident, and they're flowing very well here. I'm liking what I'm seeing by Team Suki so far. Of course, speaking of that, they still have to deal with so many great teams. Team Maniac sitting right outside the next ring, but this is a decent spot to hold for them. These buildings are pretty much great camping grounds. It is not always the best situation to camp out inside. I really like roofs because you have a chance to drop down or keep a team away, forcing them to come up towards you. So a lot of teams pretty much going to hold this position. This last ring, you're gonna see a lot of teams in buildings pretty much holding it as much as humanly possible. And I actually like where Suki is because they can let most of these teams fight it out, and then they'll push a team when the fight begins for them on this next 30 seconds. We're going to see how they play it off. They're deciding where they want to go, and personally I would probably try and hit that jump tower. It doesn't look like a team is really being aggressive towards them, and either the jump tower or the right side building here, we're going to see how they play it out. It looks like they're going deep right. Smart stuff here. I like it. And now if there's a team inside, they might have to fight this off, but if not, they'll be very, very comfortable in the ring holding this for a while. Nobody near, and it's just a comfortable spot to kind of regroup, figure it out, and go from there. Forcing a team to waste their defensive bombardment, it's not going to hit them. They're going to hold the inside of this building, try to stay in control. Really solid job. And speaking of solid job, look at these shots getting laid off. Minty Maniacs losing a player. Tough scenario for them, but I'm loving where Suki is in their positioning. Very, very good. Again, a lot of posturing is going to happen for this next round. When the ring ends here, it's all about keeping control of your building and fighting teams off as much as possible. So anybody with a defensive lineup will have the best odds here, but also the patience. Teams with the patience can really make a difference, help in this scenario. And we're going to take a quick spin around and look at the 5 last teams. FNG sitting in the building right now, very comfortable. FNG with 19 points before this game, and they are sitting very, very confident in their scenario so far with multiple kills. So they're going to be right up there close to the 50-point mark, especially if they can win this off. Then we got Team Piggy, who actually has at the bottom of the bracket with only 2 points. So this game right here is big for them to be able to give them a chance to get back in the fight. Speaking of in the fight, top 10, the 10th place with 9 points. CEO looking to try to capitalize here. Again, this is a lot of posturing. And then, of course, Team Suki with 14 points, but they are fragging out in this game. As I explained earlier, they have close to 10 kills with 9 kills already, so they can do a really good job and pretty much run this lobby. Speaking of running the lobby, SOP not performing well in the last couple games, but man, they have a chance to do some work on this round, and they're on all the way on the outside of these fights, and pretty much taking it easy, trying to get a good position on this next fight. And we're going to see who decides to make the first move. Once these teams like FNG has to rotate out of this ring, they have a team above them, and they have a team right outside. So they're going to have to push this pace, and they're hoping they can, but they're going to get hit pretty hard, and you're going to see a really tough scenario for them as they go to rotate. They got the jump pad. They're going to go up on top of the roof, try to take the fight. And man, they went scattered all around and are looking for the battle. I'm liking this Gibby bubble fight that we're about to see. Double Gibby bubbles in the mix. Can they make it work? Madness at its finest. Great shots by FNG, surviving most of it, but man, they're getting hit really hard. But Gibby bombardments taking over, taking out 2 of FNG's players, and they get wiped down. Great stuff by CEO, surviving that scenario somehow and cleaning it up. As you can see, this third-party push, very, very well done by CEO. They're about to finish it off. Can they do it? No! Look at this, Suki taking care of business, and that one last player alive, about to fight and put in the work against Team Piggy. And Team Piggy, the 20th place, but only 2 points, might win this game. And that's what you want to see, guys. Those players, and that's what we get, folks. Amazing stuff by Team Piggy, doing a good job, taking control of their own destiny. They had only 2 points, and somehow, some way, they came back and gave us an amazing finish, and now they're going to be having some serious numbers and being able to move up this bracket just a bit. Getting that placement points plus a couple of kills should be very interesting. And we're going to take a quick look at this replay. We saw FNG fighting against Team Suki and more, and it was an insane battle to start off with. And man, oh man, I love what I saw by those guys, and great stuff.
And we're watching the replay of some of the action that just ensued. It was FNG that did a great job making it pretty far, but they ended up being taken down. Team CEO executing a great third party, but they ended up losing their Valkyrie player and their Octane. In the meantime, that left Gibby by himself. He does a great, I mean, he tries to defend himself well. There's a good R301 shots going to the head, but I don't know, it just wasn't enough, man. Team CEO put in the work. They got over towards the top 3, and then it was literally a 1v3 with Gibby losing all of his health and shields. He goes in for the shield swap. It looks like he was going to try to make something happen, but then eventually he had to jump into the hill, and that was pretty much it. Team Piggies ended up winning by Gibby jumping into that hill. And Team Piggies, I think you said they were towards the bottom of the list, but
they were 20th.
Big in this. They were in 20th place, going all the way from number 20th to number 1 at least in game number 3. That's going to net them some good points, and I can't wait to see what this leaderboard is going to look like after game number 3.
Yes, sir. It's going to be super interesting, to say the least. And man, oh man, we're going to let you guys see what this is all about. You are watching the qualifiers. You're welcome to join us and be a part of this as we go forward. Go ahead and hit up our Discord, sign up for these next events, and get yourself involved. Let's go ahead and break it down for you guys. Welcome to Apex Legends by Court Battle League. We have a tournament series where everybody is invited to join. Whether you're PC or console, you can enter these tournaments and have a chance to advance and get into our championship series. The tournament is based off of you guys. We have events every single week for you to enter for free right through our Discord. Head over there, check out the information. Feel free to contact me, Mag Gamer, and I will gladly help you out on how to get involved with this amazing community. And these tournaments have been a blast to organize and cast. So you're looking at the roadmap for our tournament series. The roadmap has many dates. Every single week we will have tournaments. So we don't have these dates here for you, but if you head to our Discord, you can check out our schedule and see when you can enter in our next events. These events are community events, meaning everybody is welcome to join. From here, you will be entering to compete to get into the majors. Just to take a quick look, closer look, these community events are for everyone and they have a chance to enter into our majors. The details about our community events are pretty simple. It's open to the public. Players can sign up and compete and hope to make it through this qualifier so that they can get into the majors. You wonder what the majors are. These are where only the top teams are able to enter. So once you win the community events, you will automatically be entered and advanced to the majors. Majors will have an invite-only process. Moving on is after you make it into the majors, if you can win that, you will go into the championship rounds. These rounds are amazing with top tier teams and players. Only the best of the best and the winners of our majors will be able to compete in the championship rounds. This is going to be something that Core Battle League is excited to bring to you guys, and we can't wait to see who gets crowned the Champions Legacy. Taking a step back and looking at all of the roadmap, you, the community from here, will have a chance to compete in our tournaments to get into the majors. The majors will be announced sometime in July, and we will have you guys ready to go for the championships in August. So far, it's been an exciting time, and we have a lot more in store for you guys with this event, and we hope you enjoy our tournaments as they go on. This video will be used for the community to understand exactly what we have to offer. Once again, everybody is welcome to join these. They are every single week. They are free on every platform. If you have any questions, head over to the Discord, get all the information you need, and join us as we enjoy Apex Legends together. As your commissioner and your caster, this is Mad Gamer thanking you, and we hope you enjoy. Let's talk format. Apex Legends Champions Legacy Tournament Series has a very unique format. It is called Match Point, a system that Respawn themselves created for their tournaments. We decided to take that format and add some extra twists to bring more excitement for the community. I'm going to break it down into details to help you understand exactly what to expect. 20 teams will enter into our private lobbies to play Battle Royale. Teams will be facing each other to reach and score 50 points. Once they reach 50 points, that threshold makes them eligible for a chance to win the next game. The way they get to 50 is through placement points and elimination points. Placement points are as follows, as you see on the screen. First place gets 12, second gets 9, third place gets 7, etc., etc. Elimination points are where we add multipliers. The first round, each kill will be 1 point. On the second round, it'll go up to 2. In the third round, it'll go up to 3. As you can tell, each round will boost the number of points you get per elimination, adding more excitement. When a team does reach 50, when they reach the threshold for match point, they are eligible to win the whole game. But the only way they can win is if they place first place after reaching 50. So your team wants to get high placement and as many kills as possible to make it there. The exciting part is, as the rounds progress, kills are worth more points, and they will give other teams chances to catch up if they can perform well. There can only be one winner in this tournament. This isn't a highest score match. This is who can reach 50 and then become first place winners of the next match after reaching 50. This is the format, and we hope you guys enjoy today's tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. How it's all going to go, we will see shortly. All right, we're going to look at the scores right now. Check the leaderboards. Make sure it's on point for you guys. Hope you're excited, because game 4 to me, that's the average. All these tournaments that we've held, probably like 20 tournaments already, and all of the tournaments, game 4, it's the best average for a team to win. It's gone to game 5, and last week we saw a game 8. It was crazy, but most of the time it's round 4 or 5. And today we're looking at 2 teams with over 50. Mystic and Suki both are sitting at match point, which means all they have to do is win the next game, get first place, and they win this tournament. The rest of the lobby is trying to stop them. That is all right. And it's a perfect scenario for the rest of these teams. We have literally 18 teams. We're currently on the break, getting everybody into the next lobby. All of these teams all must make sure they go to our private server where our team captains have the information to get into the next server, because we're on a new code and a new server. But that in mind, man, it is crazy right now to think that the other teams like FNG2, Rampage, NVO, Ace, and so much more are all right there. They all have a chance on this next game. Game 4 is 4 points per elimination. Imagine you wipe out a full team, that's 12 points. You can get to 50 in one game. But the problem is, all of these teams with low scores are having one big problem. They have 2 teams that are eligible to win. So the question now is, can you stop them? Will you be able to control this scenario? That is the question, and we will see shortly as we go forward. We're just waiting for the teams to get into the new lobby as they go forward. And again, if you want to be a part of these events, you go to our Discord and contact me, Mad Gamer. You're going to see all the information you need once you land on our site. There's a welcoming page where you got the schedule, you have current events that are happening on the same week, and then of course my contact directly, and you can talk to us there. All the teams and players that want to discuss this game and what's happening, and if you have disputes or questions, you go to our Discord, and that is where you get it done. All right, so thank you guys so much. Very excited. We are about to start game 4 in a second. We're just trying to get the rest of these teams in as they go forward. The team captain knows what to do. They have all the information. All they have to do is get on board with us as we go forward. And hopefully you guys are enjoying. I am going to give you a chance to just check out these leaderboards. Tell me who you're rooting for. We'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Some technical difficulties with a team, but we figured it out, sorted through it, and we are going in right now to game 4. It's kind of crazy because game 4 is where it gets thick, and it's gonna get thick very shortly. We're starting in just a moment. I just want to thank everybody participating, all the teams that are on point, working with us to make this the best possible. On the Discord, communicating when they have issues, on, you know, point getting into the lobby and setting things up so that everybody can be ready to go. Because you got to understand, this is not about one team or one player. This is about every team, the 20 teams, the 60 players, plus our staff. We got a special co-host, why not? We have See the One You Envy doing the scores. You got me trying to manage and do co-hosting. Plus, you know, just an array of things happening that we need to get done. So I'm really, really grateful for everybody who is on point. Again, the Discord is where you go to discuss these matters. We have our private service for the captains only, and that's where these tournament events are discussed for those captains. And anything else is just fan service. You are happy to talk about the games and the players and things like that, but the issues and factors are always dealt with in the Discord privately in the channel, specifically for those who have access to this tournament. Anybody else, it is not allowed to be a part of these discussions, because we want to protect the teams and players that are in on this. So once again, thank you so much for cooperating, participating, and joining us in this journey as we go forward. It is exciting to be the one offering all of this to you guys. It takes a lot of time and dedication, so grateful for all the teams specifically who put in that work to get this done and showcase themselves properly as best as possible going forward. So we are going into game 4 and about to pop off, because you're looking at Team Mystic and Suki, who Suki's been incredible throughout all these tournaments. It's wild to see 20 plus events happen, and then you have teams like this that are performing very well and they never get a chance to win it all. Today, it's the first time that they are eligible so early on in game 4. One of the few teams that have a chance to win it all. So we'll see how they play this out. This is more about strategic game plan and format for them. Do they have what it takes? Are they going to be properly playing for position, or are they going to force the issue? We saw Mystic killing the lobby and destroying it, and they made a big mistake. They should have been rotating and holding down the best location. In the end of the game, they rotated throughout the map and ended up back where they started, and then got third-partied and pushed and taken out, which was costly for them. Hopefully we'll see a little bit of a different game plan. Again, the reason Battle Royale is so special is because it isn't about fragging out only. You have your gunfights, but then you also have your exciting, amazing rotation, strategical positioning, and just being able to control an area. So we'll see what Mystic has. Of course, we're going to see Suki. I might have to call them by their right name. I might have to. If they win this, we're going to go back and take away their nickname. A loving nickname like Suki, specifically in the Naruto style. But we're going to go ahead and get this game going into game 4. And we're going to pay attention to these teams who are pretty much ready to win this all, because they are the teams to beat. And man, oh man, starting things off with a banger with my co-host. Why not? We are in game 4, and it's looking like Mystic going to my favorite location. It's kind of like a retreat where you need to relax and you're trying to unwind and get yourself some great food, get a little bit of relaxation in the pool. And that's what we're seeing right now in the island that I call ecstasy. But man, they're Mystic doing a really good job right now, having a smart position. This is a winning drop right here. This is a good area to go loot up and to get yourself together. If there's a team pushing, they have to come through a zip line, and you can shut them down and stop them. So plus there's high tier loot in here. You usually get some really nice things going from here. So shout out to Mystic already playing this differently and not dropping in the hot zone and positioning themselves properly as they go forward. Great stuff as we see here.
And it looks like Team Mystic already having 2 players upgrading to purple shields, and even one having blue. That's going to actually be our Gibby player. 19 squads remaining already, and they're in it for the long game. Like you said before, previously they've been playing hyper aggressive. They've been trying to put as many kills down. Even last game, they had one player ending with 8 kills, the other one ending with 7. I believe their final player having 5 assists and 1 kill himself. Now this time it's less about the kills. Now they know all they need to do, and all that matters at this point is for them to simply win. So rock your 30-30 repeaters, get yourself some long range weapons, make sure you upgrade your shields, and show us what you got, Team Mystic.
Team Mystic doing their job, getting it done. And here we are in the scenario where they're rotating already very early, and this is good. I always talk about 60 seconds or less. If you can rotate, grab what you can from an area and remove as quick as possible, unless there's a fight, of course, and you want to stay there and clean it up. But other than that, looking really good. They're doing the right thing right now, rotating in deeper. Looks like they're going to be headed to a state or possibly the Oasis. Really smart move by these guys, kind of repositioning themselves and getting themselves in the ring very early on. But guess what? Right next door, there is a team, and they might end up being in some trouble. We will see how this plays out. It's looking like NVO, a solid team, is right next door. They're able to take a fight if they can. And talking about fights, we're gonna go ahead and see what could happen here with these guys as they go forward, moving over and rotating to Suki, who's sitting in Bonsai Plaza trying to get their goods as they go forward, being also strategic here. They control in this area, but then they're going to rotate and do the right thing. As you see, Gibby popping his accelerator so that he can have his ultimate. I like what I'm seeing by these guys so far. And again, these teams are all very, very much possible to win big, because you're looking at a 4-point multiplier for each elimination. So 4 points, then on top of that, placement, and they already scored a lot of points, so could be very interesting for them. And I'm gonna switch and rotate around and see what's going down. Looks like Team Alpha spots a team, but they don't want that trouble right now, and they might just fall back. Honestly speaking, once it gets to game 4 and 5, some teams play very casual and they kind of hold back, and I think that's smart. You don't want to push the pace if you don't need to, and basically give up the game and make it easier for the people who are eligible to win. That's not what you want to do. So basically you want to play smart and be able to be the one to end up winning it all. So big congratulations and thank you to these teams who are deciding to try and hold it down and play strategically for their overall chances to win.
And it looks like we've switched gears over towards the Legends. That was a team rocking that Bangalore, 139 damage away from upgrading to that purple shield, and she is ulted out as well. So it looks like they definitely want to get into a bit of engagement. They might be a little behind. I believe FNG is currently in third place, the only one of the teams that's not in match point, but are only 2 points away. So most likely after this game, some way, somehow, they'll be in a match point scenario, but they got to make sure that Akatsuki and Mystic do not win this game, because that will shut down the tournament immediately. Flatlines in the hands of our Bangalore player. What's she gonna do with it?
Yeah, the question here is, are they going to try to frag out? They have 23 points in total, and they're sitting at 8th place, so they're not eligible just yet. So we'll see how they play that role there. And again, the two teams that are eligible to win are playing it like they are eligible. This is a whole different ball game from Mystic. You see, they're very comfortable, confident, just playing strategic, still in the same position they were when we would watch them a little bit earlier, pretty much crafting and holding it down for themselves for this win. That's what they want to do, and they want to control this area because it is in the ring. It's at the edge. It's one of the best areas right now. They have the scan for this beacon and the position, so they can rotate back and forth through these buildings and underneath and kind of stay in charge through this one area for most of the game, for the next 3 rounds, if they really wanted to. And pretty much, I'm sure if, you know, they're communicating properly, they will do so as they go forward. And we're going to rotate around, talking about going forward. Look at that MVO cleaning up shot right now. Really great shots, about a completely wipe, and that right there gives CEO a nice push. But guess what? Right next door, NVO's seeing this situation and probably wants to get into the fight as well. They're gonna try and thirst this. So I like CEO right now holding the high ground position. We don't see a lot of teams in, but they like it. And I think this is a really smart move. It's very, very awkward. You don't normally see people in this spot. So when you do, you're going to want to make sure you don't get caught off guard. And I love what they're doing here because NVO's inside looting up, thinking they're safe and sound, but that is not the case. A team is lurking above, just like a lion when they want to get their prey. Take charge here and doing good stuff. I love CEO right now with this play right here. They're in 10th place with 19 points, not exactly at the prime of their scenario, but they got a couple kills just now, and they're in a really solid spot to hold for the game and pretty much pick some shots to get farm some damage and upgrade their shields, plus to basically push anybody if anybody steps outside. And speaking of step outside, they're right next door to Mystic, who's in the Oasis, and they are the team to beat. So maybe they'll go over there and end up taking Mystic out. Mystic is very comfortable in Oasis. They don't have no worries at all, to be honest with you, because the only team around them right now is CEO, and they're sitting very comfortable and confident in this scenario. And man, oh man, you gotta love that from CEO. We'll see what CEO does here. Again, they're playing it smart and safe and just holding certain areas and wanted to stay in control of it. And you can see, I think they're going to rotate around and probably scan that beacon on the left or hold this top ground here in this building area. Solid stuff by those guys. And as we talk about solid, check this out. It's looking like Alpha sees CEO and they're about to get into it.
Switching gears over towards Team Alpha, Team Raven Alpha, that is our Valkyrie player, having a Hemlock and even an R99 in the back pocket, but it looks like, once again, they're not ready to take that fight, at least not in that particular angle. We're going to back down, collect a new angle, and we're going to see if they elect to engage this team, or are they trying to maybe play for that top 8, maybe that top 7, top 6, and get better placement points, as opposed to prioritizing those kill points. And it looks like we just switched gears over towards Team CEO. This is a team that's also, they have no problem slowing things down, slowing down the pace, playing for the long game. We saw them actually playing all the way up high on top of those structures. I know one of the players even has a Kraber. So at this point, that's another team that's gonna be going for the single-digit placing. Hey, maybe they're going for first. I think that's what everybody should be doing right now.
Extended sniper mag here, level 3. Found an extended.
Yes, they are, and that's an important factor. You do not, and I repeat,
Alternator here.
when you know there's teams eligible to win, just frag out and get a couple kills and die off, because you're basically giving them the chance. You want to be one of those teams that has what it takes to win it all. So teams should be playing safe and smart and holding their positions and not forcing the issues and staying in control. And speaking of not forcing the issues, ladies and gentlemen, there's a big fight with Suki, and we're looking at their feed right now as they are cleaning up shop, but that's a third party, folks. So pretty much Suki getting saved by a third party, and they might back off fully out of that scenario and pretty much stay in control. I'm liking what I'm seeing by these guys. Really good stuff to forget about it and pretty much not let themselves get caught in the thick of it. So good stuff by them. And my problem right now with Suki is they're close to danger. That's one of the teams that are eligible to win it all, and they want to be a little bit smarter about their positioning. And then you look and you turn over to the opposite side in Oasis, where one of the other teams that is eligible to win is very comfortable and very confident, and they don't have any type of trouble right now. They're actually scanned the beacon and they rotate it out, and now they're getting themselves in a better position as much as they could. So we'll see how this plays out for them. They're looking to try to rotate out of here, and they're hoping that nobody's above them. But guess who's next door? Guess who's next door, ladies and gentlemen? Suki. So we're going to see the two teams that are eligible to win it all about to go at it, because the ring is closing up. And now there it is. Once the scan happens, it is going down, folks. So you got Mystic and you got Suki all in this same area. We're gonna look at where Suki's doing, trying to be sneaky and wait.
Let's go here.
For the team to come and zip line up. Not sure if that's gonna work out for them, but let's take a look at Team Mystic. Up down below, they're gonna have to figure out how to rotate, where to go, and deciding to rotate towards the right. But there are two teams over there that they're about to battle, so it could get very, very interesting for them as they have multiple teams in this high ground.
Both of our match point squads are rocking a Bloodhound and Gibby composition. Team Mystic, you'll notice, is rocking Octane, while the other one, Akatsuki, are rocking a Wraith composition. So obviously we're seeing how strong Bloodhound and Gibby are in the meta, where it seems like most teams are gonna run that option. We're seeing some tracks on the screen here for a Bloodhound player. The jump pad comes in. It looks like Mystic wants to get a bit aggressive here. They're even willing to go outside of the circle to clear this out. The game's going too slow for them, so they're gonna pick up the pace as Bloodhound utilizing that flat line, taking down the first player, putting down some good shots on Valkyrie, tries to get out of dodge, and Valkyrie takes so much damage, and finally she's going to go down. Great job by Mystic for clearing that out. 10 squads remaining, Mag.
10 squads remaining, but man, it is still very early, and you still got both teams that are eligible to win it all sitting comfortable and putting out some damage. Mystic right now showing off that, you know what, we got a chance to win. I know you guys are nervous. I know we got you guys sweating, and we're gonna make you sweat some more. We're gonna push you guys. We're gonna bully you. We're not afraid, and that's what you want to see from the teams that are eligible to win. They're not playing scared. They're playing strategic, but still pushing fights when necessary. And to me, this is confidence, and with confidence comes, of course, victory. You have to have that confidence to be able to be victorious. You got to believe in yourself, and that's what they're doing right now. And I love what I'm seeing. And just to kind of break things down, if you look over to Suki, they have been slowly getting deeper into the ring and taking their time, not forcing the issue, playing strategic here more so rather than being aggressive. They don't want any team basically flanking them. As you can see, they're stalking their prey on a team who's right next door, and they're pretty much deciding they got to get in. And this is going to be a thick situation for them because they have to find a good location in this next ring when it closes. They can hold this side for the rest of this next round in round 3, but after that, once round 4 kicks off, and as you can see, they pick up and they're about to get into a big fight this very moment. Man, oh man, it's gonna get very real. I'm liking what I'm seeing in this scenario. Look at this. They got easily had the team rotate and get away from their fight. And speaking of getting away from the fight, man, they have the high ground right now, looking comfortable. I'm going to switch it over to Mystic, who's another team eligible to win. With only 8 teams, they got to find a way to shut these guys down, or it is game, set, match, folks. So that's not what you want if you're one of these other teams, or if you're rooting for one of these other teams. Your hope is that you can clean up shop. And folks, this is where it's at, guys. The big fight is happening right now, where these two teams are going at it. It's going to be the 2 eligible teams right now going back and forth. You got Mystic, you have Suki. They're both about to battle it out, and I'm not sure what's going to happen. Looks like Suki's going to go ahead and rotate on the jump pad, and they're about to get third party. Oh man, I think Suki did decide to get out of that scenario. Very smart rotation there. And speaking of rotation, it's looking like Minty Maniacs are about to meet the team that's eligible to win it all, and they're just trying to survive this scenario. See, they threw the Gibby bubble and the bombardment, trying to rotate out of there, knocking one of the players. Mystic again performing very well. Amazing shots, cleaning up shop easily. Great stuff right here. Solid play. Again, Mystic just being as good as they could be. But guess who's right next door, smelling blood in the water, guys? We're looking at Team Suki against Team Mystic, and this right here means one of the teams that are eligible to win might get eliminated right now unless some of them back off.
And on board here with Mystic, that's Neg, our Bloodhound player, is putting out some excellent damage on him, forcing him back down into the Gibby bubble. They're going to push in. The Eva comes out. 2 players going to go down, and that's going to be a squad wipe. Team Mystic coming out, and what was that? Don't tell me that was Akatsuki. Don't
Yes, it
tell me
was.
that
It was Akatsuki.
Oh my God.
We still got to call him Suki until they win it all, and they just got eliminated. That means only one team on this lobby have a chance to win it all on this game. If they get eliminated, we're going to a game 5. If they can win this all, then it's see ya later. And we're gonna rotate around and check out these other teams as they fight. And this type of scenario is tough. You don't want to be the teams fighting. You want to find Mystic and finish them off. Of course, they're not in communication with each other, so everybody's fragging out on everybody and trying to finish them off. It's looking really good for Team Aces right now in a high position, trying to clear up shop just a bit. You love to see it. Very, very, very slick moves by them. And man, oh man, there's multiple teams in this area, and the scenario is getting very, very thick. Of course, Mystic is right in the same location. Everybody in this one small confined space. I love this location. The estates are always fun to battle and land in. But man, when it's the end of the game and I'm trying to win the championship here, it's not that easy for me to say this is a great spot, but it's going to be fun for us, the viewers, as we go and we see what happens next. Mystic sitting very comfortable in the back, and then 2 teams below them. Only 4 teams left. I'm liking where Aces is. They're dead center. They are able to rotate deeper into the ring, but man, oh man, if we take a quick look and rotate over to where things are about to get thick, FNG can be the team, I believe, the way they've performed, to pretty much take out Team Mystic. Mystic is the only team that's eligible, and they're going to clean up a rat over here and helping Mystic clean up a rat, but they're also going to end up seeing Mystic. So now you're getting a scenario where FNG will be facing off against Mystic, and it might get very serious shortly. And I'm loving Aces just holding the high ground and keeping control of this whole situation. FNG and Mystic both have to deal with Aces. Good work right now. And man, oh man, insane stuff going on. And what's crazy right now is they're gonna go ahead and drop a mobile respawn for themselves for later. Talk about future planning. That is pretty slick stuff. I like what I saw there. We'll see if they'll need it. I don't think they will. They're really pushing the pace right now on FNG. They might be able to win this all. It's only 3 teams. If this team gets taken out, it's gonna be looking like, oh my god, Mystic might come in for the 3rd party, guys, and we're gonna see a finish from Mystic. Can they do it? They're gonna win it all right now. Do they have what it takes? They came at the perfect timing, and they're doing really solid work right now. One of their players gets taken down. Can this work out? No, it can't. Mystic about to finish this game, folks. One last player on the opposite team. There it is. Mystic winning the game today, and that is it. They take it all. Grand finale in game 4. Perfectly done. We saw them perform well in game 1 and continue to frag out throughout the tournament. And my gosh, they are ridiculous. Incredible stuff by Team Mystic, and just top tier material. Respect and appreciation for them. And we're gonna take a look at this replay. Let's get it. Great stuff. Court Battle League bringing you nothing but the best of Apex. Congratulations to Team Mystic, and thank you to all the players who played. Let's see this grand finale here. We thought Aces had the best position. They decided to let that position go. They wanted a 3rd party FNG because they hurt one of their players. They knocked one of them. They went inside to finish this off. It's only 3 teams left. When you are the first 2 teams to engage, it can be a bad decision because the 3rd party is definitely going to come automatically. Aces tries to clean up. They get hurt really bad here. Somehow FNG survived that whole scenario with all 3 players, but at the same time, you're looking at an incredible scenario by Mystic here with the Eva 8. Perfect shots with that automatic shotgun. Best shotgun in the game right now. And good shots by them. Cleaning it up and getting it done perfectly. Team Mystic is mystical, to say the least.
That they are missing, doing a great job of eliminating Akatsuki early on, which was the only team that was in a match point scenario. FNG was right behind them, but FNG was in a weird scenario this game. They were 2 points shy of match points, so nothing they could do in this game really helped their scenario because they got their 2 points easily. Then from there, they couldn't actually win. So really it was the only two squads in Mystic and Akatsuki, and Mystic ends up coming in, putting in that work, and a well-deserved win at that. They had to go through Akatsuki to do it. They didn't get lucky. They had to go through the other team in match point.
Yes, they did. And it was an incredible performance, top tier material. This is what you want to see from these teams. The future is bright. They're in the majors now, and we got champions for the majors. The reason this tournament is called Champions Legacy is because the people in the majors are going to be the champions, are going to be the best players, and they're going to create their legacy in Apex community, jumping on board, and that's what this is all about. Very excited to have Mystic as one of the champions and being able to continue to do what they do. It was incredible stuff. I'm going to go show the schedule right now, but while I show that, we're going to give Why Not his final thoughts on these games and his farewell.
I thought this tournament was absolutely incredible. I really do appreciate you and Court Battle League for allowing me to be a part of this. You took a chance on me. I've never casted Apex before I met you, and now we're going on. I think this might be our 5th or 6th tournament, and I feel myself getting better every time, and I owe it all to you. Fantastic game, and not only to yourself as well, but shout out to our wonderful competitors and the chat as well. It's been one hell of a ride, and hopefully we can keep going on.
Yes, we can, and man, we're honored to have you. There's nothing for me to take credit for. Your talent, your skills, your commentary, your finesse with the words are incredible, and that's what it's all about for casters. We want to have great call outs, games, and overall describing and detailing all of the knowledge from the game. So thank you very much, Mr. Why Not Casting in the building. Shout out to you. Everybody in the chat, drop a why not. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. You're looking at the schedule, and I'm pretty much inviting you to get yourself involved and invited to these tournaments. It's very easy. All you have to do is jump to our Discord, sign up for an event, and you're in. There's nothing major, some magical spell that you got to cast for this. Not at all, folks. All you have to do is go ahead and jump onto our Discord, and you are welcome to play in these events. Man, I just want to take another moment to congratulate Mystic. Honestly speaking, they really impressed me throughout the tournament. And guys, as you know, I like to focus on the teams that are hot to pretty much give them their much needed respect for performing well throughout the tournaments. And Mystic really came out blazing, doing a number on everything. And I'm super excited to have them on board for these majors and then possibly the championships. As you can see here, the majors are going to be played so that the top teams will only face each other. No more entries for random people. It'll be all the top teams on August 14th, 15th, and so on. Those will be the dates for the majors, invites only. But before that, everybody's welcome to sign up. We got 3 more weeks of qualifiers, and we try to manage and get every team in there, but of course it's 20 teams per tournament. So sign up now, get in there. We're going to keep putting out dates for you guys, more dates that I can. But remember, we have a life. I have See the One You Envy keeping score. I have myself and great co-hosts who come by, like Why Not, who's always welcome to cast with us. And he basically is welcome here, but we don't want to take up all his time. He has his own business trying to cast as well. So that's why, we spread out these tournaments, have them some on the weekend, some on the weekdays. And we give them to everybody to have a chance to get on board with us. So one more time, take a quick look, check out these scoreboard, check out these schedule, as we're about to showcase the scoreboards, leaderboards in a minute. I want you to see the schedule. So all next week on a weekend, we're going to have more games for you guys as we go forward. And we're going to take one quick look, a final look at these leaderboards, because man, oh man, it was insane. See the one you envy doing all the hard work, keeping the scores going so that we can do the casting for you guys and run these events. Let's take a quick look. Mystic with almost 200 points, 196 points. You talk about ridiculous. That was amazing. Those are the type of teams that excite me to see what they can do in the majors against other top teams who've done the same and are ready for this action. It's incredible stuff, and man, I'm super excited and ready to go as we go forward. Man, it's been a fun ride. And yeah, shout out to Mystic. Just want to congratulate you, and I'll see you in the majors in August. But for the rest of these teams, they can still sign up. Excuse me. Still sign up. FNG, second place. They had a chance to win it all. They were right there. Suki, 69 points. That's all I got to say. And then Aces with 50 points as well, ending that round. If there were some way to eliminate Mystic, then one of these teams would have been eligible for the next round. That would have been incredible, right? So just incredible stuff. Only the teams who win make it into the majors. But on top of that, we do consider top teams. How to be a top team is placing high in these rankings, as you see FNG, Suki, Aces, NVO. All these guys are top 5. They have a chance to be invited into our majors if they continue to perform well in our tournaments, continue to succeed, and to do great things. We'll gladly get them on board going forward. Next week, I've seen 40 teams sign up this week. So what I'm going to do is do a double header. We're going to have 2 tournaments back to back. And I need everybody to sign up that signed up today so that you can get in on this action and be a part of what we got going on. We don't want nobody to miss out. So we do double headers, not all the time, but when we can, we will. So feel free to get on board and be a part of this as we go forward for the future. So stick around. As you know, we are going to continue to bring you the best of the best. Again, I am your host, and I just want you to understand one thing. This is an independent project who has the support of EA and has the support of multiple different companies for doing esports events. You know, we've been to Twitch Studios, running some things over there, consistently networking with all the companies, flying out here and there back before the pandemic. And this is all just for you guys. All right. So you're a part of everything I do. You're the reason I do it. So thank you guys so much. Throughout the communities, you can show support to me. Come over to my Twitter, go over to Discord, have a chat with me. I'm always open to communicate with everybody. This is my purpose in life, to spread love, happiness, joy, excitement, entertainment, and competition, most of all, which is fun for me, something I personally love and appreciate. So see you guys next week. In a couple of days, we might announce an extra tournament, or maybe add one to a Saturday or Sunday or something like that. I got to talk to the staff and see what they say, if they're comfortable with doing more than one and having a doubleheader, so you guys can play in that as well. So, you know, we will see, right? Thank you all so much for hanging out and coming on board. I am going to stream, so you can come right back to this stream in a little while, in a couple minutes. And guess what's going to happen? I'm going to be here playing Apex, just relaxing and casually, going from this esports presentation. I'll jump in and have no camera and just relax for the night, playing some games. So you can come talk with me and talk about these events and talk about what you see going forward. We do not look at the chat much, but we're changing that for the majors in about 2 weeks. We will start engaging with the chat and building the fans' hypeness within this movement and have certain things for the chat as well. So look forward to a great future. I'll see you guys in under an hour. I think I have enough energy to get on for a little while and stream in a minute. So rock with me, enjoy yourself, and let's get it. Again, you're watching Core Battle League's tournament series for Apex. This is the Champions Legacy series. Everyone's welcome to be a part of this and join us as we go. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you soon.